I am your host, Dr. Davina Jones. I serve as the assistant spiritual leader of today's church headquarters in Tampa Bay, Florida. Many entities all around, but headquarters in Tampa Bay, Florida. And I have the humble privilege of serving as the fivefold general and bishop for Church of the Everlasting Kingdom, headquarters in Baltimore, Maryland. I enjoy growing. hmm Growing, honey. You're never too old, never too degreed to grow and learn. I enjoy growing and learning how to be my best self. I enjoy learning how to forgive. I enjoy learning how to be better at loving love. God is love. To love myself as an image of divinity, as an image of God. To love you in the same man. I enjoy growing and learning how to do all of this in these spiritual communities. And I share here during the midday moment to encourage you so you can live your best life. One of my favorite phrases is learning how to live in peace in the midst of chaos. Chaos can be going all around, and yet you live in that river of peace. Chaos, turmoil all around, and yet you find joy in the midst of your grief, in the midst of sorrow, so that you can live this thing one day at a time, one season at a time, and know what it is to experience life and that more abundantly. It's possible. Life is going to life. Life is going to be life. How do you live in the midst of life? And so there's a certain way that I live my life so that I can overcome on purpose. I don't run away from my questions. I run to my questions so that I can live life on purpose. Blessings to all of the persons who are able to join us live and to all who watch the replay. So I live my life on purpose so that I can overcome on purpose and live triumphantly. It's a certain way that I do things and live my life so that I can then live on purpose. I overcome on purpose and choose to live on purpose. That means I got a plan for my health. hmm I'm deep into resetting in my health with my morning routines. I'm deep in it. I'm deep in it. And I'm not aiming to do it just for a moment, but creating a new lifestyle of health for myself. Because this body right here has got to get me to all my purpose places. So I need to give this body some more love and attention. So I have a plan for my health. I have a plan for my relationships. I practice being at peace with somebody else or with another person who might not be at peace. I practice. I can't control you, but I can control me. Oh, we're going to talk about that in the affirmation today. I can't control you, but I can control me. So I practice what it means to be at peace professionally, personally, romantically, with my family. I practice that. In fact, my word for this year is harmony. Everything in my life needs to be in harmony. We all need to be, everybody and everything in here, we all need to be playing in the same key. Harmony is my word for this year. All the instruments that are a part of my life, we got to be playing the same song, playing in the same key. And so I share out loud how I do this so that you can be encouraged. And so not only do I do certain things so I overcome on purpose, live on purpose. I also seek to live out my purpose because I believe that each of us, we come into this earthly experience with different gifts, talents, and sensitivities, so that as we answer the question, why am I here? Why did I get through that? How did I make it? As we answer those questions, we're also answering to the gifts, the graces in our lives. We're answering to those gifts, graces in our lives, the mode of resilience that we have, the capabilities that we have. When we start answering that, we start answering our purpose. Oh, that's how I got through that. That's why I got through it. And guess what? It unleashes a certain measure of compassion for certain situations in life, things that bring out your compassion. That's purpose. Things that trigger your righteous indignation to do something about it. That's purpose. And so, as I do that, as I work with that answer out loud, I share with you. In general, I live because I live on purpose through my prayer work. Now, that's a very general phrase, but we have very specific definitions to assist you in that. So I've been memorizing the definitions, but I'm going to use my help today because yesterday I gave you five, and we're already on our sixth review for this year. So we started out with visually January. We encouraged and we highlighted the prayer work of visualization and dreams. All of this is a part of you being able to locate peace in the midst of chaos. Pay attention to your dreams. I know sometimes it's heartburn, but sometimes your heart is burning to give you some information. Sometimes, you might have a little gas and it triggers a dream or what have you, but sometimes your body, your soul is trying to release some stuff that's already served its purpose. You don't need it no more. So pass the gas. You don't need it no more. Now it's just air. Now that is just air. I know, Bob. Now that is just air, baby. That's air talk. Let it go. Pass the gas. Visualization. Your visualization and your visualization and your visioning, your manifestation boards, your vision boards, your daydreaming. All of that's a part of your prayer work. Okay. All right. I've been reviewing this again. So I thank you for your patience and taking it all in. Fellowship and networking and mentoring. Get you a mentor, get you a coach, do some fellowship and do some networking. My sister had a game night last week and I went to the game night. I stayed for a little bit. They game nighted all night, but I just stayed for about 2 hours. Little fellowship. That's a part of your prayer work. Get out, mingle with some folks, and exchange energy. Eat the meat, throw away the bone. Give light, and let light come to you. That's fellowship, network. That's all a part of your prayer work. You meet people. You meet people that they have experiences you don't have, so they have answers you don't have, and you begin to network, and you find out ways that you can grow your business, find out ways that you can take in information about your health, your body, all sorts of things happening with that. Okay. Another highlight was reading, studying, and researching. That's a part of your prayer work. And I keep saying, yes, you read and you study. You can read and study for your faith, but you also read and study for the applications of your faith. Read financial books, health books, real estate books, decorating books, bank books, I don't whatever, hair books. Read, get some information, okay? So reading, studying, researching is a part of your prayer work. Fasting, forgiving, and feasting. Fasting, forgiving, and feasting. Knowing what you need to take a break from, knowing what you need to deny in your life, and knowing that's something else. But fasting, that's a break. Knowing what you need to take a break from, feasting, knowing what you need to add more of, and forgiving, knowing what you need to just release and let go. Period. Okay. And when you don't do all of that together, you just hungry. You just mean and hungry. All right. Scriptures, denials, and affirmations. That's really specific to our faith work, our faith studies in scripture, Bible. You can read the Bible literally. Good luck. You can read the Bible as literature. Might be a little bit more practical, and you can read the Bible for life application. We really lean into life application, but we put it all into context. Okay, we put the literature and literal, and we put it all into context there. We pull out the life application when you learn to stick to the principle. What's the moral of the story here? I keep saying I don't need to debate whether or not Jonah was in a literal belly of the whale. I don't have a need to debate that. Okay, I really don't. I don't. What I know is that sometimes I felt like I was in the belly of the whale. And so I work with the life application. How do I get to my next place? How do I come up out of this well? All right. Um uh that was it. Wow, that was all five of them. Yes. That was all fasting. Yes. Reading, studying. Okay, yes, we did that fellowshipping. Yes. Now, oh wow, okay, so we did all five of them. Maybe I did all five yesterday too. And number six, the highlight for this month, this the sixth month, the highlight of spiritual practices or prayer work is stewardship of your time, talent, and treasure. Considering what you give time to, who gets your time, where you give your talent to, where you give your money to. All of that is prayer work. All of it is prayer work. Okay. So those are some examples, some definitions as to how you can implement prayer work, meditation work, so you can live your life, live it as abundantly as possible. You know what I mean? Things ain't gonna happen, but you're able to deal with what happens. You're able to navigate and come out on the winning end. Okay. All right. So listen, I have been doing my studying, my researching. I've been doing some study time with this catalog of affirmations. I call it a catalog of affirmations that I'm encouraging you, if you don't have a copy, to get you a copy. And if you do have a copy of this catalog of affirmations, get it for somebody else. It's called Kingdom 365. Daily pulley points for empowerment. Dr. Jerome R. Pulley. So many of you know I study with Dr. Pulley, and these are great study tools. And so I have been spending a little bit more time being much more dedicated to these daily affirmations, and they are blessing me. So I'm sharing them with you. They're blessing me, so I'm sharing them with you. So day 167. Today is the 167th day of 2026. The catalog, it doesn't have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday on it, so you can recycle this, okay? So day 167, the affirmation today: I reverence God. God is the spirit of the everywhere, evenly present spirit of absolute good. That's one of the definitions. Or you can simply say God is love, okay? God is divine mind. Different ways to define God. Love. Light is one of my favorite words, okay? So I reverence God. I reverence God. I reverence light within me, light within you. I reverence the highest vibration of consciousness as God. I reverence the highest energy of good as God. I reverence God as love. Okay, spirit, all of these different words. I'm fine. Creator. I have a friend that prefers to use the word creator. I reverence God as creator. I reverence the creative energy that lives in us all, and that controls, that rules, and that's of the highest consciousness. Yes. So I reverence God. Listen, I reverence God. I rule myself. I reign in my domain. That's the affirmation for today. All right. I will show you how I'm working with this one. I reverence God. These are R's, alliteration. Come on, my English teachers. Alliteration. The alliteration of R's. That's the R pattern today. I reverence God. I rule myself. I reign in my domain. I'm gonna do my best to go ahead and say what I got to say and log off. I reverence God. I rule myself. I reign in my domain. As I reverence love, as I reverence God, I acknowledge that I am an image, that we all are images of God. And we've been gifted. We have been so gifted with an internal power, an internal navigation system to study, learn, evolve, and grow into now what it means to rule ourselves. So, we get in the habit of saying, so and so made me. So and so made me. They made me lose my religion. They made me lose my mind, or they made me whatever. They made me. When you begin to understand your power, you then know that no one can make you do anything, that you actually have the ability to rule, to be Lord over your life, Lord over your thoughts, Lord over your actions, Lord over your feelings. Yes, someone might instigate. Someone can instigate a certain feeling. Someone can instigate a thought pattern, and you can submit to that or not. And the more we grow in consciousness, we begin to understand our power, that we don't have to submit to somebody else's thought pattern. I rule this thought pattern right here. When I learn to rule this thought pattern, when I learn to rule my feelings, oh, I felt like doing such and such. Paul said, when I was a child, I spake as a child. And I grew up. I learned how to rule myself better. Just because I felt it doesn't mean I did it. And there were other times I felt it and it was exactly what I needed to feel and do. Learning how to decipher the gift of your feelings. That's ruling yourself. Learning how to decipher the gift of your feelings is ruling yourself. Mhm. I'm practicing how to rule right now in my health and my body and my eating. Whew. Man, I miss Doritos. Oh, whew, miss, I'm using the word. I'm working on my vocabulary. But I have enjoyed Doritos a lot, maybe too much. I have enjoyed peanut M&Ms. Y'all know about my peanut M&Ms a lot. I have enjoyed baked macaroni and cheese and fried chicken a lot. And I am learning how to rule what I enjoy. I also recognize that I have also been eating through trauma, hurt, and pain. hmm So I'm learning how to rule over my healing and not eat my way through healing. hmm I'm learning to embrace menopause and the gift of freedom. I've been telling people menopause is here to free us because the whole first part of my life, my body, it's one in my notes, but I'm going with it. My body has been designed to prepare, to support another human coming through my body physically. And menopause says you're free. You no longer must live to support another life physically or emotionally. You now live for you. So I'm learning to embrace menopause in that way. And at the same time, it has uncovered how I have lived my first life, my first part of life, and given me the opportunity to change some patterns. I'm learning to rule over my life, myself. We've been given a certain pattern. You work this, you work that, and then you retire. How many people have you seen work hard, retire, and then they leave the earth? Like, is that it? I'm choosing to not let their life be in vain. So I'm taking note so that I can do something a little differently. I'm blessing their life and thanking them for leaving me with some information as the seed goes into the ground. There must be a harvest, some harvesting education and information from lives lived. I'm learning to rule. And let me tell you what's happening as I learn to rule my own life. I reign in my domain. I reverence God. I rule myself. I reign in my domain. We are all given gifts and talents that allow us to really excel in certain domains, usually one much more than another. So, as I have embraced the reverence of light, the highest vibration, God, in us, through us, as us, it now gives me an opportunity to study and learn and become more efficient in ruling myself. Mhm. All that I said previously, that sets me up to then rule in my domain, to excel in my gift patterns, to excel not just in a job, not even just a career, but to excel in my vocation. I'm practicing that now. How to excel in my vocation. I can do a job, do it, do the task, get a check. I can do a career. I've done a career where it's a little bit more of a dedicated rhythm of study and work and service. There's probably a bit more of a elevated consciousness, education committed to it. It's a career, and I enjoyed my career in higher education. Now I'm learning how to reign in my domain as a Deborah in the earth, as an advisor and consultant to other leaders, to prophetically support other leaders. I'm embracing my domain, my spiritual domain, and the Deborah energy that I'm so blessed to walk in, and learning how to do it in love, in grace, fulfilling my purpose here in the earth, creating a legacy of love, kindness, support, mm-hmm, prophecy, mm-hmm, and enjoying the fruit thereof. I offer that to you. That affirmation right there, baby, that's something. Now, let me move into my closing. The background scripture is unique. The background scripture is 2 Timothy 2:12. Now, Second Timothy 2:12 says, if we suffer, we will also reign with him. If we deny him, he also will deny us. Now, listen, remember I told you I study life application, so I'm not getting caught up in the literal, okay? I know it's a whole debate. It's a whole debate because this right here has been used to support a whole bunch of stuff, including slavery, including misogyny. You know, I get it. First Baptist was it First Southern Baptist going through a whole thing right now. No women can preach. Okay, people get caught up in the literal. Okay, I'm not there. Okay, I'm gonna pull out the principle. I'm gonna pull out the principle because it works for me. You gotta do what works for you. The a part of the principle behind this is when it says, and we suffer when we if we suffer, we shall also reign with him. Jesus is one thing. Jesus showing us Christ, our Christ consciousness, our Christ nature, our divine nature is another thing. So when it says, if we suffer, we shall also reign with him, what Jesus showed us to suffer was to let go. If I suffer, meaning if I let go of everybody else's definition of me, that's what he had to do. That was one of the things I learned from the life of Jesus. Let go. Go ahead and suffer through. Let go of other people's definition of who you are. Y'all can keep talking about whether or not my mama lied about how I was born. Y'all can keep talking about whether or not Joseph was my real daddy, my fake daddy. Let go of everybody else's definition of who you are. Suffer, go on and suffer through that. Suffer, let it. You can have it. You can have it. I've grieved it. It didn't feel good. So I suffered through it. It didn't feel good. I grieved. I grieved the experiences that I've been through. And at the same time, because I chose to let go of your expectations, of your definitions, I've been able to elevate in my own. That's what that means. I will also reign with him. I can live an elevated consciousness just like he did. He's a mirror, he's a pattern, he's an only begotten that shows me I am an only begotten. I know that's deep for a few people. Just work with it, or do what you've been doing. He's an only begotten that shows me my only begotten. Mm-hmm. I'm done. I gotta go. I'm done. He's an only begotten who shows me my only begottenness. He is an only begotten that shows me my only begottenness. That's what I'm doing. I'm doing the life application. So when I suffer, I grieve through, I let go of your definitions and your expectations. I can do what he did. I can locate my own definitions and I can locate my own expectations and I can ascend in consciousness. And as I do that, I then support miracles, signs, and wonders. In the marketplace, I'm practicing how to support the miracles, the signs, and the wonders. This is so good to me. Great. This is what I did. Jesus said, this is what I did. Greater works will you do. You get to do now. You get to lead, facilitate, usher people into. You get to usher people. Close the door. Ain't nobody. Get them out. Close the door because we're about to work a miracle. You get to help. Here, let me tell you something. Let's just put some clay on these eyes. Let's sit here. Let's accept the cloudiness. Let's accept the dirt. Let's accept the questions at hand. And let's allow these questions, let's allow this clay, let's allow this dirt to then show us in another way. Because now we got to be innovative. Now we got to be innovative. Now the company's got to be innovative. Now with this project, we got to be innovative. Miracles, signs, wonders follow you, and you usher them. You usher people into miracle signs and wonders because you reverence God, you rule yourself, and you reign in your domain. Whatever your domain is, we normally list I think 12 of them. Did I memorize them? Maybe not so much, but education is a part of a domain. Spirituality is a part of a domain. Science is a part of a domain. Um, Arts, a part of a domain. Government, media, health, I think family relationships. These are domains. Sports, athleticism. These are domains. Entertainment. These are domains. It's probably about two. It's two more. I'm not sure I can. Okay, haven't memorized them all, but that's a good picture right there. That's a good picture. These are domains, and you have been gifted and called to excel in these domains. So I bless you in your domains. If you need a tip on study, I know I got it in one of these books here. So I'll look to see if I can pull it up if you desire that. So I bless you. I bless you in your study, in your practice, as you reverence God, as you learn to rule yourself, and as you reign in your domain, as you discover your domain and seek to excel in it. So that you can live an elevated life and elevated consciousness. I love you. I bless you. Subscribe to the CAN Network, CAN, Kingdom Access Network, CAN. Catch me on CAN. Some of you watch me on Facebook, some YouTube. That's fine. Um, CAN is our home so that you can see and experience these kingdom teachings. Kingdom is a system, it's a way of being, seeing, and thinking. It's a system, okay? And so you can be inspired by this way of being, way of thinking, way of seeing, way of speaking. You can be inspired and empowered 24 hours, 365 on the Kingdom Access Network, okay? Don't be stingy, like and share. I love you. Bless you. Bye. Have a wonderful day.